You know that moment when you find the perfect shirt, but you need a different size? If your first instinct is to say, "Do you have this?" you might sound a bit off to a native speaker. And that tiny preposition makes all the difference. Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Let's get into it.
So, Leo, shopping for clothes, love it or hate it?
It depends. I love finding a good deal. I hate the confusion, especially with sizes. Last week I saw a jacket I liked. I asked the Danyuan, "Do you have this?" And she just looked at the one in my hand and said, "Yes." It was awkward.
Perfect example. And that's exactly what we're fixing today. That question, "Do you have this?" is a direct translation that sounds incomplete or even a little demanding in English. It's like you're questioning the store's entire inventory. What you want to ask for is a specific version of that item. So the magic word is in.
In.
Yes. Do you have this in a medium? Do you have this in black? Do you have this in a size 10? The preposition in connects the item to the specific attribute you want. It's the natural bridge. Without it, the question feels abrupt.
So "do you have this" is wrong?
It's not grammatically wrong, but it's pragmatically strange in that context. It sounds like you're asking if they carry this type of item at all. Since you're holding it, they already do. The clerk's confused reaction makes total sense. She's thinking, "You're holding it, so yes?" Now, let's paint the full picture. Imagine you're in a store, you pick up a blue sweater. You like it, but you want to try a large. What do you say to an employee?
Okay. "Excuse me, do you have this in a large?"
Perfect. Natural, clear, polite. Now, what if you want a different color?
"Do you have this in gray?"
Excellent. You can even combine them. Do you have this in a large, but in gray? Now, let's get you into the fitting room. The next key phrase is, "Can I try this on?" Simple but crucial. Notice we say try on for clothes. We try on a shirt, we try on shoes. For food or a drink, you try it or try a sample. But for wearing something, it's try on.
Can I say, "Can I test this"?
You could, but it sounds very technical, like you're a quality inspector. Try on is the universal phrase. So you ask, "Can I try this on?" Or "Can I try these on?" for pants or shoes. They'll usually point you to the fitting rooms or tell you how many items you can take. Now, here's where it gets interesting. You're in the fitting room. You put on the large gray sweater, and it's tight. It feels like a medium. What's happening?
Maybe I'm stronger than I thought?
Maybe, but more likely, the sweater runs small. This is our third key phrase today. When clothing runs small, runs large, or runs true to size, it describes its fit compared to the standard. Runs here means tends to be. So this brand runs small means their size large might feel like a medium from another brand.
So I shouldn't just trust the label?
Exactly. Sizing is not a universal standard. It's a Wild West. And in a few minutes, we're going to dive into the cultural chaos of global sizing that explains why things run small or large. But first, let's practice the language. Leo, you're in the fitting room with that tight sweater. You come out and talk to the attendant.
Okay. "Excuse me, this seems to run small. Do you have this in an extra large?"
Beautiful! That is a perfect natural interaction. You've communicated the problem and asked for a solution. You sound like a pro. Now, here's the mistake I hear from so many learners, especially from languages where the structure is different. They say, "Do you have this with a large size?" Or "Do you have this of black color?"
I've definitely thought of black color before.
It's a common direct translation. In English, we use in for the medium, the color, the size, not with, not of. Another one is asking, "Can I prove this?" for "Can I try this on?" That comes from languages where provar or similar means to try on. In English, prove means to demonstrate something is true. So that would be a very confusing moment in a store.
"Can I prove this sweater?" "Sure, go ahead and prove it's a sweater." That's a different podcast.
Exactly. Now let's set up our main scenario. Leo, you're my enthusiastic shopper today. We're in a nice casual clothing store. You see a pair of pants you like on the display. They're beige. You want to try them in black, in your size. Go.
All right. "Excuse me?
Hi, how can I help you?
I like these pants. Do you have them in black?"
Let me check for you. What size are you looking for?
"I usually wear 8, 32 waist. So, a 32.
Great. I'll be right back. Here you go. This is the black and a 32.
Thanks. Can I try these on?
Sure. Fitting rooms are right around the corner. You can take up to 5 items.
Okay. I go in, I try them on.
And
They're long, really long, and the waist is okay, but the legs are very baggy.
so the fit is wrong. They're too long and too loose in the leg. This is a perfect moment to use our phrase, the pants run large. Or, more specifically, you could say, they run long and loose. So you go back out.
Excuse me again. These seem to run large. Do you have this style in a more slim fit or maybe a 32 short?
Outstanding. You've used run large, asked for a different fit, which is the cut or style of the garment, like slim fit, relaxed fit, skinny fit, and even asked for a short version, which is a length option for pants. That is fluent, practical shopping, English. Now, let's talk about the why. Why does one brand's medium feel like another brand's large? Why is this a global headache?
I need to know. My closet has clothes that are all labeled medium, and none of them fit the same.
It's the unspoken rule of clothing. The number on the tag is a suggestion, not a fact, and it changes depending on where you are in the world. This is the cultural context. In the United States, sizing has something called vanity sizing. Over the decades, a size 8 has gotten larger in actual measurements so that a person who wears a larger size can wear an 8 and feel good. The number is vanity. It makes you feel better.
So a US size 8 today is bigger than a US size 8 from 20 years ago?
Often, yes. In the UK, they use a different numbering system. A US size 8 is roughly a UK size 12. In Europe, they use a number based on centimeters. That US 8 is about an EU size 38. Japan? Often their sizes run smaller, so a US medium might be a Japanese large.
That's chaotic.
It is. So when you hear this runs small, it often means it's using European or Asian sizing compared to US expectations. This runs large might be a US brand selling in Europe. This is why the phrase, how does this fit, or does this run true to size, is a great question to ask a friend or even a salesperson. You're asking for their experience with that specific brand scale.
So the rule is never trust the number, always ask or try.
Exactly. The tag is a starting point, not the finish line. This is also why online shopping for clothes is so tricky. You absolutely must check the size chart for that specific item. And even then, read the reviews to see if people say run small, order one size up.
That makes so much sense now. So to recap, ask for attributes within, use try on for clothes, use run small or large to describe the fit, and know that the number is a lie from a global conspiracy.
A chaotic, uncoordinated global conspiracy. Now, let's practice. I'll give you a situation, you give me the natural English. Situation 1. You see a green jacket. You want it in blue.
Do you have this jacket in blue?
Good. Situation 2. You try on a shirt. The shoulders are tight.
This shirt runs small in the shoulders. Do you have it in the next size up?
Perfect. Situation 3. You're holding a shoe. You want to see if it's comfortable.
Can I try this shoe on? Or can I try these on?
Excellent. Now here's a challenge for our listeners. I want you to imagine a scenario. You're in a store, and you like a hat on display, but it's red. You prefer neutral colors. How do you ask for it in black or gray? Pause and think. The phrase is, do you have this hat? And then what?
In black or gray?
Yes. Or, do you have this in a more neutral color, like black or gray? That's even better, it's descriptive. If you're enjoying this breakdown of daily English, imagine getting this every day. That's what happens when you subscribe to Speak Like a Native. Hit that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss our next real-life scenario. It's the easiest way to build your confidence, one conversation at a time.
And it really makes a difference. Knowing these little phrases takes the stress out of situations.
It does. So let's end with our one memorable takeaway from today. Ready, Leo?
Ready.
Today's rule: Swap "do you have this" for "do you have this in?" It's your key to getting the right size, the right color, and sounding like you know exactly what you're doing.
Do you have this podcast in more episodes?
We have it in a whole series. Thanks for listening, everyone. Remember, it's not just about the words, it's about how they fit together in real life. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.